Well, I think the teachings were really amazing, and it made you become more conscious of the process your body's going through, and also how to deal with the blood and be aware of disposal, like burning is the best way or straight into the earth. Like Rose taught us about how it's not good that the blood is going into dustbins, lying around because of the energy that goes into blood. So to be more aware of how where our physical energy is going. And there was a lot about our energetic boundaries as well, and lots of teachings on how to take care of your energy and how to connect your thoughts and your intentions as well to your body and to the physical processes of the bleeding cycle, of your whole moon cycle, of the bleeding, then after bleeding, and then the rest, and then the ovulation, etc. So like being much more conscious of what it means to be a woman in a woman's body and how you're working your energy and how to take care of your energy and not squander it or have it leaking. And um, yeah, I think that was the main important things, plus some really nice little ceremonies to do to connect to your intention, to your power, to maybe use the time to really focus on what you're trying to birth each month. If you're not after looking for a baby, a physical baby, like we talked about, spiritual children and what you're creating, it could be a work project or something else. Yeah, so it was very, very, very good teachings around all that kind of thing, I thought. To respect your body more, to not try and be a man. So it doesn't mean that women haven't got the same capacity to think and to do things as men, but you aren't a man. Your body is so different that you have this power in your body, this power to create life in a different way to a man. So we need to generate things in a different way. And it's not about being less than or better than. There's no like, it's more about being different and how you can learn to use your energy so you don't burn out, you don't get fried, you don't get migraines, you don't get terrible period pains, or it can really help with the health, general health, I think, to really look at these teachings and take them on board and work with them. And like if you have any problems, severe problems, I think this workshop can help open up what's going on for a woman who has severe problems with her menstruation and that whole cycle.
So
Because a
you
lot of a lot of women do, and I think it can really help.
so do you mean if somebody has period pains, a lot of pain?
Yeah, well, not just period pains, but leading up to it, the PMT and then the pain or migraines or any imbalance in the hormones and the energetic of the whole thing. And I think if you're career driven and working very hard, and you are having problems, then it could be a sign that you need to just get more in touch with your physical body and listen to it. But a lot of women don't have problems. And then it's more about celebrating and just being aware, I think. Just taking care of your energy and like learning, well, asking for ceremonies to help you close up your aura after the birth and asking for support and guidance on how to reclaim your energetic back into yourself, even though you're connected to the children, and that will be the case till they're 18 in a very tangible way. Um, I think it can really help you understand where your energy's going and maybe take more care of yourself psychically, not just physically, but it's psychologically, understand the pressures and the stresses and Yeah, there's lots of ceremonies that can be done, and rites of passage that can be done for helping a woman who's had a baby or has children.
Hmm.
But with the red mist, I think that's like a first step on having awareness and understanding for all women. I think any woman, and even if you've had a hysterectomy, it's still useful because you were that young woman once, that child, that, young teenager. It can help you go back and heal stuff from the past as well. Rose has got a great capacity to create a space and to bring the spirits in that will, the grandmothers, the elder grandmother energies that she works with, and they come when she calls, they come. And you can really feel it. And if you're able to perceive that, you can see them. Like I could see them all sitting around us. They just come. So she has this enormous capacity for that spiritual energy. Given what she calls and what she invokes, I think she's very special. Yeah, very special. And even people who aren't apprenticed and have done the same ceremony I did, they felt and experienced the same sort of level of power. A friend of mine did it who's not apprenticed. The closing the rose one that was, and she got the same intensity. So I think that was Rose facilitating that. I think, yeah, these grandmothers, these elders, or whoever they are, wherever they're from, they come for her. Yeah, that's what I'd say. They're there. I think the knowledge that they get is the understanding that even though they're no longer able to produce a physical child, they've actually got a greater capacity to produce spiritual children. And that doesn't mean it's in spirit. That might be they're creative, they're artistic, or they want to do a picture or write a book, or they want to make another project, or they're trying to birth something into their life. They can use that knowledge to work with their own power and their own womb power, I'd say. But also the ceremony that we were given to go back through your life and let go of any unfinished business, any old dreams that you didn't manifest, that maybe didn't let go of, that are draining your energy, that are sapping you because you feel whatever energy around those things that you couldn't do. It's a really good ceremony to let go, to put it in the fire, or to just release all those old dreams and start afresh. So, like cleaning the slate. I think that's very useful for women who are in menopause or postmenopausal. I realized there were certain dreams that I hadn't let go of, even though I thought I had, but they were stuck in my body, they were stuck in my womb. So, even though mentally I thought, yeah, that's never going to happen, that's gone, the energy was still draining me because it was still stuck in my womb somewhere. That I had these dreams, whatever they were, which I don't really want to share what they were, but I had these impossible dreams that actually weren't going to happen now. So I got to the place where I was like, oh, I can let them go, and it doesn't mean I'm a bad person because I couldn't do that. It just means that's something that wasn't meant to be. And it got me to the place where it didn't matter. That was actually okay, just to let things go and be more free, looking for something new. And I think also it can help you carry on doing that because we can't all manifest all of our dreams all the time. And also, sometimes our spirit or our soul or whatever it is that you like to call it doesn't really want us to put our energy into that way. And we need to, those things aren't manifesting. There's got to be a reason why. So that it helps us to look at that and go, okay, I need to let those go and go that way. Be more flexible, I think is the word. Teach you to be more flexible and adaptable to what your dreams are and what you want to create and look for new ways. We make a bundle for the womb bundle to put on the womb and dream with the changes that's happening with the perimenopause, the menopause. So aligning with the energies of the bundle, the different animals, spirits, and minerals and plants that are in there help with the balancing of the hormones, the balancing of the energetic, I think. And that's blessed and awakened. So you make that, and that's blessed and awakened. And then there are group ceremonies. The sweat lodge is the end at the end. And then the personal ceremony we did was the personal ceremony where you put your rocks out in the medicine wheel, and then you do a recapitulation of your entire life, your dream, and the dream that you've been dreaming for the whole of your life. And then you connect in with what's not complete. Is this dream something you can do, or is it not? What are the old dreams that were not born, that had died, but are not, you've not let go of? I think that was the main message. Those dreams are gone, but you haven't let go, hanging on to fantasy and illusion, I suppose, or reluctance to let go. Like, say, a woman who's hung on to an old partner who's long, long gone, but can't let go. That could give rise to a kind of unhealthy attachment. The ceremony can help you come into balance with all that and let go of things. I think a woman who's open to learning and new things, who's open to the power of spirit, at least somebody who's curious. I don't think it would be helpful for someone who's like not able to embrace the idea that spirit exists, because it is a spiritual experience as well as energy and physical energy. It's more spiritual. So I think somebody would need to be open to that, to have that capacity to be curious about that, and someone who is looking for more, like, or looking for healing and is willing to try anything new. Say they're really distressed within their menopausal experience, and they're looking for some other alternatives, not just medication, then it would be good for them, you know. And someone who wants to take charge of their energy as well. It's about being determinate. So a woman who's willing to take responsibility in that energy of the determiner. Yeah.